Hello everybody. I'm doing this video with my phone on the side today because when I showed you me Hoover Junior 119 I held my phone the other way and on YouTube the video's uploaded and it's not the full screen. It's only like the video, I don't know if that makes sense, the video is only like a tiny little slither of the whole screen. It's not very... Basically, the quality went low and the video just didn't come out as I would have liked it. So I'm holding it on the side today to see if that improves things. So, yeah, me 119 didn't turn out that great because of that, which was a bit of a shame. But anyway, yeah, there it is. So if this video is any better quality, you may be able to see it like that. Also, I might drop my phone because I'm not used to holding it on the side. Yeah, anyway, today I am showing you this Electrolux, the Boss, I've forgotten, I've not used it in ages, the Boss Stairmaster 1300 watts, pre-EU of course, many moons before the EU regs came in. This is a 90s machine. Backsaver. Well, it says backsaver handle, but the machines say backsaver handle designed to reduce back stress. Now, if you remember, ages ago, I done a video on this machine because I got it from the tip and it was broken. The brush roll wasn't spinning and I ended up doing a little update video and I said I'd order it a new brush roll, which I have, and it is lovely. The machine works like new now. The brushes come right out to the edge and they're really quite stiff, which is nice. They are brilliant. The only downside to this machine is the wheels are a bit floppy, but that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things because it still works exactly how it should. Yeah, so that's the machine. I'm going to do a demonstration on it now. Now it's all cleaned up. Well, I say cleaned up. I was originally going to refurbish it and sell it because I saw the Backsaver thing and I thought that it was a bit of a gimmick, really. I mean, I thought, well, how can it reduce back stress? I didn't get the theory. People may remember me in the other video saying the machine looked weird. How can just a bent handle like that reduce back stress? But then there is my mother who has a bad back, and this machine was sitting in one of the rooms whilst it was broken. And she said, "Ooh, Backsaver handle. That may be good for me, Jake," she said. And I said, "Well, you can try it if you want, but the machine's broken at the minute, so when I've fixed it, you can give it a go." So I fixed it, I put the new brush roll in, put a bag in it, I had to order some bags, and she gave it a go around one of the rooms in our house. And she said it is brilliant, and it's the only vacuum she's ever used that doesn't put her back in severe pain while she vacuums. So I'm not going to sell it now. Anything that makes my mum happy. So this is her machine now, really. But I just thought I'd do a video on it anyway, considering I found it. Again, there's a sticker that you've seen in the other videos. Pause if you want to read that. I can't be bothered reading it out again. I think I read it in one of the other videos. But what I didn't say in the other video, and later on I thought, it's a bit strange that. In the 90s, almost every upright machine had swivel cord hooks. Because, well, here's an example of one that doesn't. Again, going back to the old Junior, it doesn't have cord hooks that swivel. They're actually fixed position. On most new machines, example one here, to release the cord, you turn the cord hook and you can take the cord off like that. Well, that's the idea, and is that going to go back on now? If it's not, no, it's not, is it? Brilliant. Oh, here it is, look at that. There we go. I thought that was all going to fall down, I'd have to redo it later. Anyway, the cord hook swivels, so you can take the cord off really easily. On the older machines, it's fixed in place, and you have to unwind it manually. This machine is very surprising, but both cord hooks are actually a fixed position and don't move. And I found that very strange, because almost every upright in the 90s had swivel cord hooks. More so than today, probably. But no, this is like an old-fashioned one. You have to physically wind it down like that. But still, it's not the end of the world, is it? That cord's not wrapped round properly there, but like I said, it wasn't me who used it last. Anyway, yes, so when I got it, it had this little crevice tool in here with 2 little slots. I think they're suction relief. I think if you put it down like that to stop the machine straining the motor, I think they're designed to let some suction flow. And that was all that. Oh no, it wasn't, because I said to you, didn't I? I had this with it. And obviously, because me and my mum now use this machine, I didn't clean it up. Well, I did, I tried. I put it in boiling water in hope that it would straighten them brushes, but it hasn't. So that's just a dusting brush / combination upholstery tool now. And it's a bit tatty, but it works. It's not the end of the world. And I'm not going to read you the warning thingies because I read them last time. So we'll just bang that back into place. And yeah, I put these with it. These are off another Electrolux machine. These came off an Electrolux Vitesse that I no longer have, because the Vitesse was my granddad's and it was absolutely crap, so I scrapped it for spares. No, I didn't. I had it actually and I was using it and the motor blew up, but I'm glad because it was rubbish anyway. Anyway, this is a scabbard crevice tool and an extension wand, all in the same thing, that I can put on the end of the hose, or I can use just one of these tubes and put the combination tool on it. I'm surprising myself how good I am at this one-handed lark actually, and it's got a little button thing to keep the tubes in place. Right, so that's that. That's all there is to show you what I've changed. I've put them tools on. I've part tested it, as I do with all my machines. Better safe than sorry. And especially if you're selling one, it looks good. Yeah, so, well, there's my company name. I was going to put my finger over that, but you've seen it now anyway, so you've seen it. Passed electrical safety test, and obviously that's just the date that you shouldn't use it after. I've just gave it an electric test and it passed, so I know it's safe. I put that over the old sticker. There was a Service Force sticker under there, so Service Force must have serviced it at some point. And there's a data sticker there again. Right, so the last thing I've done, I'll show you. I think it's a bad design really. I don't like the way the bag is at all. I don't like the design. I think it's atrocious. Anyway, there's the bag door with the sales sticker on, as I said last time. I'm just repeating myself. The reason I'm doing this video is to show you it picking up now. I've serviced it. There's a bit of muck in there. There's not too much, but it's not a very good way at all. I'll take it out to show you. Basically, it's not a genuine bag. The genuine ones had some writing on the collar there that said align notch with machine fill tube. Anyway, there's a bit of muck in there. There's not too... Can we see anything inside of it? No, we can't. Oh yeah, we can, right at the bottom. There's a bit of muck in there anyway. Basically, the way it works is you have that filter in place properly so the motor doesn't blow up. And then what you do is there's two little ledges there. I don't know if you can see because it's all black. The camera's not picking it up very good. There's one there and there's one there. And there's the bag fill tube, and that's the fault. I think they could have made that a bit longer, to be honest, because the idea is when you put the bag in, it's the top fill bag. Well, lots of them are nowadays, but it's a very top fill bag. The muck comes in from right at the top, not the side, into this machine, which allows you to fill the bag more, I suppose. It can take more muck that way, but anyway, because that's the design, that hole goes onto the end of the hose, which forms the bag fill tube. But because that's not very long, I could see this bag sort of popping off, and you can see there's a crease in the bag there. I mean, I don't think that's a good design, because here's my example. Here's how you're supposed to fit it. Again, struggling because I'm doing it one-handed. But you put that on there, you align the ledges, and then you push the bag down slightly, and you push it on, so that the hole in the bag is on the hose or slash bag fill tube. But as the hose or bag fill tube isn't that long, if this bends slightly, and it may well do with the suction, as I said, there's already a crease in it. If that comes down slightly, as you can see, that's quite a big gap. There's more than enough space there for muck to just miss the bag completely and go straight into the motor. Obviously it has got a filter down there to stop that happening, but it's not ideal really. I think that part should be slightly longer so that there's no danger of it coming off like that. So to make sure it's really on properly and not going to come off, I've been pushing the collar right the way up, which I'll just do again one-handed, sorry. So I'll put you on the floor, because especially with doing a demonstration, which I'm going to do now, with loads of muck, I don't want any to miss the bag. So that's in there now. Sorry about the fiddling, but I'm not the best at doing these things on camera. Anyway, that is on there good enough. It's not going to come off, I don't think, now. Fast forward this if you want. I know it's boring, me just waiting here whilst I'm trying to do this. You should see me when I'm trying to change a blooming bag. I spend about 5 minutes doing it because I like everything to be so precise. Anyway, that is in there now. That is fine. So what I'll just do, and I'll also do this off camera because it's a load of faff that you probably don't need to see because it's an awkward design. I'll just plop the bag door back on. How does that lock up? That goes on there. Right, that. And you have to make sure, as you do with any bagged up right, that you don't trap the bag whilst you're putting the bag door back on. Because if you do, you'll damage the bag and then muck won't go through it properly. The muck will come out. Anyway, you have to get it round them clips. The bag's on, so up you come. How was I holding the phone? Was it like that? Christ, I'm 12 minutes in, I've not even turned it on yet. So, the last thing, I keep saying that, don't I? I keep going, oh, the last thing, and then finding more things to tell you about. The dial there, from short to long pile carpet. Right, our house, well, without going too much into detail, the carpets in some of the rooms were very, very expensive, and it's shag pile carpet. But I leave it on short pile all the time, because although it raises the head, if you put it right the way over to long pile, it just doesn't, it's no easier to push than if it was on short pile, which is a bit strange, but you can see it's definitely moved it off the floor. If I hold the machine there, I mean the phone there, you'll be able to see the head go down when I put it back to short pile. So I don't know what the story is there. It may not be working properly, but if it's not, it's not. It's not the worst thing in the world if it doesn't work properly. So what we'll do, we'll put some muck down, shall we? So the last vacuum to be demonstrated, as I said before, was this Junior. So we'll take the bag off the Junior. I'll put you down again. Majority of the video you're on the floor. Right, okay. So, as you can see, there's a bit of muck in there. And what we will do is we'll just dump it, as you do. Onto the floor. There's not much in there, but we don't need much because I don't want to overfill. Well, the bags, I don't know whether I've got 5 spare bags or 10 spare bags, but they were a bit more than they usually are for just single layer paper bags. I don't know why, but they seem to be a bit rarer bags for this machine, so I don't want to overfill it. Anyway, there's a bit of muck, so I'll just show you it going, and it does a lovely job, and I have no reason to believe why it shouldn't do a fantastic job, because it really has been doing the carpets a load of good, this machine. It works brilliantly, but I've not had it on in a while, like I said before. So, I'll just bring the cord over here and plug it in. It's one of these machines where you can't tell if it's on or off. you can't tell the position of the switch. Anyway, the switch is down there, and the handle release is that little round pedal there. I won't show you the hose because it's just like any other bagged up right of the time. Well, I might do later, but not now anyway. So, let's see how it does. Recline the handle and switch it on. Like I said before, there wasn't much to see there because, I mean, it's just like any other bagged up right at the time, and I didn't put too much muck down either. It's not as interesting as some of the ones over there, but yeah, so that's how it works, just like any other. But, well, there's a bit of muck that come out the end of that bag, so we'll use the hose to vacuum that up. That's what we will do. I will show you the hose because I've just realised it is slightly different. It's a stupid design down here though. This turns, this part turns that I'm moving with my hand, and that doesn't. So it's really awkward when you're trying to pull the hose out. See, the whole machine just, I can't get that out. And there we go eventually. And it pulls out of there and it flops over there. Oh, very exciting. And what this is, because top filling hoses like that, hoses that go in at the top are never a good idea, because what happens, as I demonstrated before, if there's any pullback, the machine just falls over. But I'll catch it with my foot. So they incorporate this clip. It's a bit similar to the design on the Hoover Pure Power in terms of there's a clip on the machine, and you put this part on the clip, like I will show you now, like you do there. So that's clips on, and it stops the machine falling over. Instead, the machine rolls with you, which it's not doing because it's carpet. Well, it did a bit then. Yeah, so it's got great suction as well. As I said, it's all been cleaned out. So we'll suck up that with the hose. Obviously, there's not much to see really. Should we put a little crevice tool on the end? That'll be a bit cute, won't it? I thought that I'd bring it out then. It's just jammed it in further. There we go. I'm not very good at this one-handed lark. Right. There we go. Right, so on. There we go. And then once you're done, you can unclip it there, put it back over this little hook on the back saving handle. Ooh. And then back in there at the bottom of the machine. And then push the hose into place there. I've done that wrong. Dope. There we go. So that goes in, and obviously there's a little hole there that I've just fingered where you can put your crevice tool. So I'll just wind up the cable, and that will conclude this video. Like I said, I've nothing more to show you on this machine now. You probably won't see this machine again. It was just something I found at the tip and I've fixed and will use. I won't use it very much, because it's mainly my mother's vacuum now, because it helps her back, and like I said before, anything to help my mum I will do. So that goes on there. So that, my friends, is the Electrolux The Boss Stairmaster 1300 watts with back saving handle. So all in all, it's a nice machine. I wouldn't have bought one at the time because I don't like the design of the handle. That's purely the reason. I just think they look a bit weird. But like I said in the other video, I'll take one for free and I'll maintain it and keep it in good condition because it's good for my mother with a bad back. So that's all really. And yeah, I've run out of things to say now, so I'll see you later in the next video. Bye for now.